Hey everyone, so the Nintendo Switch 2 live event just ended shortly ago, and they showed off the console, went over all the details, there was the pricing, the accessories, and lots of cool game announcements. But before we jump into that, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. That's how you one-up the channel, so join the one-up family today. Before we get into the cons, let's talk about some of the pros. So first up, really excited for the Mario Kart world. It's fully explorable, open world-ish. You can drive off the road, hang out with your friends. That's all really cool. The From Software exclusive title, Duskbloods, looks so damn cool. That came out of left field. Didn't expect that at all whatsoever. The fact that it's an exclusive From Software game like Bloodborne is to Sony is really awesome. We'll have to see if Nintendo continues to foster that relationship and comes out with sequels in the near future, or if it's going to be a one and done like Bloodborne was. And then, after years, finally a 3D Donkey Kong game. I have been waiting since the Nintendo 64. Donkey Kong 64 lives rent-free in my head. I love that dang game back in the day. Never thought we would ever get another 3D Donkey Kong game again, but folks, we're getting one, and it's awesome. But we have some serious problems and concerns about the Switch 2 to address. So probably the biggest concern is being a physical collector, caring about collecting games, game preservation, having all of the game on the cartridge. The reason why this is such a concern is because Nintendo is clearly pushing more towards digital. Now, we already knew about the virtual game cards where it was like, oh, you gotta have a digital copy, you can share it with your friends or your family for like 14 days or whatever. They can borrow your digital copy, it'll go back to you. But that's tied to like an online thing. And to me, it's a way to get people to give up their physical ownership of games in favor of the convenience and being able to share it digitally, right? But now they've gone a step further. So they announced that GameCube games are finally coming to the Switch. But it's through Nintendo Online only. And this is extremely bad to me because we all know that GameCube prices physically are stupid expensive. And Nintendo's track record with putting games on the online membership is they don't get a physical, okay? And we've had a few GameCube games get a physical. Metroid Prime, there was the Mario 3D All-Stars collection, but that was practically it, right? I was really hoping we would get more physical GameCube games on the Switch and the Switch 2. But with this announcement, I am concerned that we will not. I don't even know if we're going to get Metroid Prime 2 and 3 physically, or if they're just going to pretend like they don't exist and have it on the Nintendo Online only. And I also feel like this could inflate the prices of physical GameCube games even more, because now more people that don't know about the GameCube, they're going to be interested in it, they're going to like the game, they're going to want a physical copy. Resellers are going to raise the price up even more, and it's going to make collecting GameCube even more difficult, even though it already is difficult. So there is a problem I have there. But moving on, it's not just that. There's also the whole party chat and the video chat with the C button. That's really cool. It's about time you get a dedicated party and video chat on your platform, Nintendo. Okay, people have been waiting years for you to finally catch up. So that's really cool. But if you read the description online, it says that only until March 2026, like next year, will you actually get to enjoy these features without having to pay for Nintendo Online. So after a year, Nintendo is going to start charging you in order to have party chat with your friends. That is ridiculous. It's going to be tied to the online membership. So the whole C button is going to be pointless on the Switch 2 if you don't want to pay for Nintendo Online. Now, I know most people are going to pay for it, but I don't like memberships anymore because they are helping push us further away physical games and physical game ownership, and I do not want to support it because streaming services for movies and shows have killed the movie theater industry. It's like on its last legs. It's also killed physical media for movies. Best Buy don't even carry physical movies and shows anymore. and it's getting harder and harder to find those. And 4K movie prices have gone up because they're shrinking the market for that, right? But if streaming services weren't so convenient and people used them all the time, maybe this wouldn't be the case. Maybe physical movies would still be something majority of people wanted. So that is my concern with online memberships, is that it affects the physical game market. And I love my physical games. I don't want them to go away. So anything that could throw a monkey wrench into physical games, I'm not going to be for. Sorry, if you are, I'm not. And then also, the fact is, Discord is free, right? You got Discord. You can video chat. You can party chat. Discord is free. Just use Discord, right? The biggest concern is not just the virtual game card, but it's also the game key cards. Yes, this is a whole nother thing. So what this is it's DRM in a box. It's a physical copy, quotation marks, that have partial builds of the game on a card that you put in your Switch, but you got to download the rest. And even though Nintendo's going to do their due diligence to properly market and explain it to people, there are going to be so many people, including casual gamers, moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas out there, that don't know any better, and they're going to buy it, and then they're going to realize that it's not actually on the cartridge, that they got bamboozled. And they're going to blame it on Nintendo not properly explaining, even though it's on the case. Still, in my opinion, this should not exist. A physical copy of a game should be physical. No in-between bullcrap. Just make that, like, not physical at all. Don't get all weird about it. Like, there's a saying that we have. Keep it simple, stupid. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Why do these companies constantly not understand this? And it's already going to be confusing with the micro SD Extreme cards, because there's only going to be one type of SD card that will work with the Switch 2. And if you buy the wrong one, which a lot of people will do, get ready, Amazon. You're going to have hundreds of returns of SD cards because people are going to buy the wrong one, not realizing it. It's going to happen. Nintendo can do the best job possible at explaining it's not going to do any good. People don't read. They have selecting reading skills, right? They don't pay attention. They just click buy. They don't read. And then they get mad at you later. I experienced this quite a bit at Premium with customer service. They pre-order and they go, why didn't this game ship? Because it's a pre-order. They don't read. So I know this is what's going to happen with Nintendo. Okay? So it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I really feel like Nintendo is pushing further and further to the digital, wanting to phase out physical. There is still going to be physical games, so like don't worry, but we don't know which games are going to be game key cards or actual physical Nintendo Switch 2 games. I feel like the big ones, like the third-party support, Final Fantasy VII Intergrade, Remake, Elden Ring, and other massive games like that, are probably going to be the game key cards, and they're not going to be proper physical releases. And if that's the case, then that's an underwhelming announcement at this Direct. You made it look so cool. And if that's how they come out, then it was pointless. It was pointless. So, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see which games get a proper physical and which games just get the game key card treatment. So there's a lot of things that are a bit concerning. But, I mean, the game announcements were pretty awesome. This system seems like it's pretty well made, much better than the original Switch launch. The dock looks really cool. Actually, it has a cooling unit in it. So there's some awesome things here. But it's just a lot of things are going to have to be answered. We're going to see how it has to play out. Personally, I'm not picking it up day one, even though it comes out like 20 days before my birthday. I'm not going to be picking it up. I want to wait for more information. I want to wait to see how the games come out physically. I want to see how everything runs, Let other people be the beta tester. I'm not going to be the beta tester for your new hardware. I'm going to wait till you come out with your OLED model, which there's no OLED model. I'm going to wait till you come out with the 500 gigabyte storage model, not the 250, which I'm glad they upgraded the storage, but still, these games are going to be bigger, so that's going to be ate up in no time. I also want to see if there's going to be a special edition console model. Maybe the From Software game will get a special edition, or there'll be a Metroid Prime edition, a Donkey Kong edition, something like that. So I'm going to just wait, and I'm going to buy my time. It's not like I don't have plenty of games to play. I've only played like 1% of these anyways. That's how it is when you're a collector. So I'm just gonna wait and see how things play out. But you let me know in the comments below, how did you feel about the Direct? I'm not trying to be a buzzkill. I just am trying to put out these questions and the concerns that I have as a physical collector. Keep in mind, if you're somebody that just plays digital games, buys digital games, you don't care if you have it physical or digital, then none of this is going to be a concern for you. But if you are a physical game collector, which that's what this channel is, it is concerning. Fingers crossed that these games get proper physicals. Thanks so much for watching this video. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what games that you are excited for, and if you're going to be picking up the Switch 2 day one. I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, happy gaming, happy collecting, and let's all one-up our collections together. Alright, bye everyone!